Charlie Wakamatsu. I have been working for the Warren Police Department now for about 29 and a half years. I've been a police officer for about 34 years, no, 33 and a half years. Started off my police career in Honolulu, Hawaii. I've been involved with a program, company program called N.O.V.A Principles. It's now the N.O.V.A Principles Foundation. We just became nonprofit a couple months ago. And it's a program where we train law enforcement officers, mostly right now in the state of Utah, and we teach them to go into the schools, to talk to kids in elementary, junior high, or high school about staying away from drugs, making good life choices, not being a bully, don't join gangs, and being careful of the media that they consume. It's really a neat program, and I've just been glad to be a part of it. We've been doing this for 14 years. Some of you may know of Dr. Paul Jenkins, family and child psychologist. He's a business partner, associate of mine, and we created this program. As I thought about the theme of this part of the last program, about the root principles of good citizenship, and then how do you cultivate these roots or these principles, it's like, wow, it couldn't have been tailor-made more for the N.O.V.A Principles Foundation, because that's our root. That's our purpose. Our mission is to help nurture, cultivate youth to take advantage of all the wonderful opportunities that are out there to get inside themselves, internalize values and principles that are good, and to basically be accountable and responsible for their choices and actions in life. And we do that through a series of lessons. We have N.O.V.A Principles is a principle-based program where we have these certain principles that we go over and talk and play games and to help solidify and get this information inside of themselves. Some of the things that we talk about are a principle is study the situation, where we're trying to encourage the youth to think before they do. Don't do something and then think about it later. That's too late. Think about if it's good. If it is, then do it. If it's not good, then don't do it. We talk about cause and effects of things. Anything you do or don't do, something's going to happen. So use the study the situation and cause and effects together to kind of help you make the best choices in life. Along that line, we talk about what we call the N.O.V.A lone wolf. It's where we're trying to have the students understand that if they're with their pack of friends and they're trying to get them to do something that's harmful, dangerous, or wrong, have the strength to tell them, no, I'm not doing that, get out of there. And so we have some games and some activities that help strengthen this and help them learn how to be this N.O.V.A lone wolf, which can be very tough, especially when they're with their peers and they're egging them on to do things, whether it's drugs or stealing or other kind of stuff like that. We have another principle called true colors, which is basically what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And we're kind of living in a society today where that's getting all mixed up. I don't know if you've noticed that. As we're trying to encourage the students to just understand, stand up for what's right and stand against what's wrong. And we have some games and some lesson material to help them go towards that direction. We have another one, lifetime decisions, which are basically decisions you make that determine your success or failure in life. And be careful of the decisions you're making. Make sure that they're leading you to your path of excellence and success, not to the path of failure and destruction. We have another principle called the paradigm principle, where we talk about the two different principles of a victim principle, paradigm, victim paradigm or hero paradigm, where let's stop thinking like a victim, where it's why me, give up, why try, I can't. It's your fault. And give me, entitlement kind of stuff. Stop thinking that, which leads to a loss of freedom and getting stuck and again, path of failure and destruction, versus having a hero paradigm in life, which is why not me? Awful things happen to everybody. Why not me too? I will not give up. I'm going to try my best. What can I do for you, and you? And that was my fault. That type of thing. And I'll try to learn from my mistakes and become a better, stronger person because of it. We have another principle we talk about, which is knowledge is potential power. Using knowledge gives you power. You can have all the power in the world, but unless you use it, you don't have any power. And we're trying to get that principle to then use the knowledge that we talk about staying away from drugs and having self-esteem and this hero paradigm and keeping your windows of opportunity in life wide open. And use that knowledge to do those good things. Because if you have all that knowledge but never use it, that's kind of sad. What good is it? You should use it. Then we have another principle of the boiling a frog analogy. You may have heard this kind of principle. Whether it's true or not, it doesn't really matter, but the concept behind it is really, really neat, of how certain things can just creep up on you over time without even knowing it. Like, when do you know that you've got lung cancer because you've smoked too many cigarettes? When it's too late. When you know you're stuck in jail because you shoplifted or stole something one too many times? When it's too late. And so again, if you keep doing these things that mess up your life, you'll really never know when you're really messed up and in a world of hurt until it's too late, so be careful of those things. Another one we have is, which wolf are you feeding? Which is basically, there's two wolves that live inside of us. One's good, kind, caring, friendly, and the other is angry, violent, filled with hate. And whichever one you're feeding is the one you're becoming. So stop feeding the angry, violent, hate-filled wolf and feed the good, kind, caring wolf. And which is another thing we talk about as being the other side of a noble lone wolf. And not only just say no to your friends and the people you're with when they're trying to get you to do something harmful, dangerous, and wrong, but the other side is equally as good, which is, be kind and friendly and considerate of others. Say good, positive things to people to help build them up and to help them, be a friend to all, rather than put people down and be mean and things like that. Another one we have is garbage in, garbage out. In fact, I just got through teaching that lesson at a school today. Had to rush here, where we're talking about media issues, TV, movies, video games, the internet, music awareness, with all of the violent, vulgar, indecent, obscene, nasty, pornographic stuff in the media today. There's not very many people speaking against it, and so we try to do our best to help these students understand that there are some really, really wonderful things in media, just fantastic. But then the other thing is there's the harmful, dangerous side as well, where if they get involved with, they could really mess them up as too. So be careful of these kind of things. And that's pretty much what we're trying to do with the N.O.V.A program. Spread throughout Utah, parts of Arizona, and we're just still trying to grow. And again, we're a nonprofit organization now, and so we're trying to do the best we can with that. Thank you.